Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to School Matters on Radio Lansar, 90.4 FM in Durban and 105.6 FM in Pietermaritzburg. Yes, I'm Sumaya Khan, your host. Well, tonight we're exploring a topic that affects every parent, teacher, caregiver, and community member. Life skills in real time, teaching children through everyday moments. Life skills, are not only taught in the classrooms. Some of the most valuable lessons happen during family meals, shopping trips, even disagreements with siblings, helping with chores, or simply having a meaningful conversation with those around you. So these everyday moments help children grow their confidence, their resilience, responsibility, empathy, communication, and problem-solving skills that will benefit them for life. So joining us tonight, I don't think she needs much of an introduction, is REYHANA Sayed, the blogger of Creative Classroom Concept and the Yummy Licious Delectables. So some of the most valuable lessons she always gives us and she touches on. So she's going to share practical ways parents, educators can intentionally turn ordinary moments into powerful learning opportunities. So whether you're raising a toddler, guiding a teenager, or working with children every day, this discussion will leave you with practical ideas you can start using immediately. So stay with us for what promises to be an informative and inspiring conversation. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Always a pleasure to be a part of the program.
Thank you. Love having you. How's your holiday?
Sumaya, we never have a holiday, do we? It's always about, and I hope the parents out there are thinking it too, what am I going to cook? What am I going to do? How am I going to keep my kid busy? It's always that
and I know what they're saying. Gosh, yes. Then there's no school, so I can't send them off.
I can't send them off. It was tag your eight parents. And it seems to be that we have this entire week and then another entire week.
But it's going so quick.
It's going quickly, but still, I feel that it's a steady, beautiful, if we can say, Durban winter holiday.
Yeah, the mornings are cold and evenings.
Yes, and if you are out of town and you are listening to us, then welcome to Durban, where winter is alive.
With the sun shining.
We're dramatically saying it's cold at 20 degrees.
I love winter. I love layering up and wearing my clothes.
Of course, yes.
Summer, I think also I'm going to say this, right? When it's hot, and a lot of people agree with me, summer, your blood pressure rises, your temper, your anger, especially when you're a teacher.
Yeah.
And we feel more exhausted by the time we end up going home. So how much of stationery shopping have you been doing?
Not so much, but I think about this meme of this like Snoopy meme where it says, what do you think teachers are doing while they're on holiday? And then the answer is always, oh no, they're just sitting in the classroom missing us and waiting for us to return, which is totally not it. Drinking coffee. So we've been drinking lots of coffee. And I always say on Creative Classroom Concepts that don't ever feel guilty as a teacher for doing the outings with friends, for visiting family, for doing all the things that you never got the opportunity to do, because the minute school starts, it's always so busy. Lots of people say, oh, they just have this like 7 to 3 p.m. job or whatever, but it's never the case.
For us, they say 2 o'clock, 2:30.
Yeah. So we are the envy. And if you ever want to earn like a debt stay from a teacher, you have to tell them that line. Oh, you guys are lucky to have so much of a holiday, because we totally deserve it. Children, parents totally deserve that holiday.
I always say people put lots of nazar because our holiday is shorter. Our December holiday was very short.
Yes.
It was very short. It was very short. Back in the day, we should have
But we do have a lot of long weekends, and I think people count down. I think calendars are already out there. School calendars for 2027 are out already. So this is where we count down. When is the next long weekend? And if a long weekend or a public holiday is on a Saturday, then we feel robbed, that we didn't get it as a long weekend.
Exactly. And lots of us, and then we just don't like it when you come back. You just say if you have the Friday off, you come back on that Monday. And then Tuesday, sometimes a holiday, or you have that Thursday off and Friday you're back at school.
And nobody but a South African can use a long weekend and pretend it's like December, right? We love our long weekends.
Hey, Alhamdulillah. I hope you continue to have lots and lots of relaxing holidays.
Yeah.
Well, our topic choice tonight naturally makes us think of life skills as a subject at school. So before we begin chatting to Rehana on her personal views, perhaps give us examples that naturally fit into the CAPS life skill curriculum, even though tonight's topic is discussing what's happening outside school.
Yeah, I definitely want to keep into what's happening outside of school. I want to keep into with current issues. But if we chat and we break down life skills as a curriculum and as a subject, then of course there's that personal and social well-being. And we spoke about that. You said that earlier about resilience, kindness, empathy, gratitude, emotional regulation. Then I definitely want to touch on citizenship and patriotism, about immigration.
Yeah.
I want to do that. We want to chat about that, about respecting diversity, about loving South Africa, the community, and the responsibility it comes as being a Muslim in this country. We've seen it over the past few weeks. It's a touchy subject. I want to talk about how do we address it to our children? Do we just put them in a bubble and not speak about these things? Or do we actually, bring it up, talk about it, make them understand that they might not understand the atrocities of politics and immigration and all of those things, but they understand that kindness, fairness, equality, it belongs to every single person. Love, all of that. When we speak about the beginning, knowledge part of the life skills curriculum, it's understanding our weather, our seasons. We spoke about the weather in Durban compared to the weather in Johannesburg, the tides, the whales. I'm still waiting to see dolphins on the beach every day, but they seem to only come out when I leave the beach every morning. And then, of course, current affairs. And then, of course, going into the creative arts and the physical education part of the life skills curriculum, where sport, movement, the FIFA World Cup, we want to talk about
There's
that.
a lot happening.
And I want to talk about that, about teamwork, healthy competition, about play. So as an educator, that framework subtly reinforces what parents do at home or should do at home during the holidays. It's that we need to complement what life skills curriculum is in the classroom to what's happening in your home. And I feel that it's one of the easiest yet most difficult subjects to teach kids at home. Life skills.
True.
Life skills for life. Life skills for learning.
It's like guidance, health, everything.
For life and beyond,
together.
It's more difficult than maths and English because maths is structured. Maths is this is the way it is. English, verb is a verb, an adjective is an adjective. But life skills is so involved with your emotions. It's how does a parent detach themselves from their own personal opinions to teach a child to also hold back your personal opinion and be democratic, diplomatic, all of those things. It's a difficult subject. And I want to bring up a few of those things. It's going to touch a few points when we speak about some life skills that we can teach our kids. And I hope it doesn't say, I watched a little video of a Wimbledon player and she's so cutely, and I said, every mommy must resonate with this sometime or the other, because they were asking her that you were playing Wimbledon and it was your daughter's birthday yesterday and you were playing a match and how did you celebrate? And she, in front of an entire crowd, she said, she owned it. She said, well, actually, we were supposed to go to the park, but she was a bit naughty and she spent time in timeout. And I hope that when she made her birthday wish, she prayed and she wished that she was going to behave better.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
So real.
this is on media, you sharing this. It was so real. How many people are brave enough to say, I need to work on a certain characteristic? How many people are brave enough to say, oh, my child is amazing at doing this? So acknowledging both the good and the bad. We don't like to call
No.
it bad, but the things we need to work on when it comes to life skills.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, if you're listening to School Matters right now, and if you would like to contribute and tell us about what's happening with the soccer, immigrations, even the sardines too, you will win Wacky Twins. You're going to win 2 vouchers to give away on, which we're giving away on our show to 2 different winners. So it's also Wacky Twin vouchers, chicken burgers, a wacky meal. That's 3 vouchers, 3 pieces of fried chicken, regular chips, and a roll. This is the new Wacky Twins, I think, takeout place.
Yes, I've seen it online. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I hope the teachers, after just saying, don't ever feel guilty, I hope the teachers are going to be messaging in. Hey,
Well,
teachers, come
yes,
on up.
you
Do it for
deserve
us.
this.
Tell
You
us who you
deserve
are. Give
this.
us some messages. I don't know if you want to give them the WhatsApp number to share as to what it is that they need to tell us. Eh?
Yeah. Okay, so when Monday comes back, he'll give us the number.
Okay, that's
Right,
good.
school holidays. People often think of school holidays as a break from learning. Why do you believe that? It's not entirely true.
Not at all true, of course. Okay. It's a break from formal education, but this moment or the moments of holidays are one of the richest times for real life learning. That's our topic today, real life, in real time life skills, Children have more opportunities to observe things, to ask questions, and to spend quality time with adults. And I like to say that it's not only a parent's job, it's a grown-up's job, and I love to give real life case studies, I walked into a coffee shop and the parent had ordered his hot chocolate and he started chatting and the kid was there. And then the kid came over and he was trying to get somebody's attention to help him to put his hot chocolate together or whatever. And I stepped in. So this is why I say is that I could have ignored it. It's not my child. I mean, I could have just...
You're on holiday.
Yeah, I'm on holiday, tag your red parents.
Yeah.
But I've just said, do you need some help? And this is where I feel that this is a holiday moment. It was a moment to help out as a grown-up. So life skills isn't just another subject on a timetable. It's about preparing our children during the holidays for how they're going to think, they're going to feel, they're going to solve problems, build relationships with strangers as well, because it was an interaction, contradictory to don't talk to strangers, but an interaction. I mean, I'm a safe person too. We teach our children about who's safe and who's safe to talk to. I always tell the kids that, if you're going to be somewhere and you can't see your parents, you're in the wrong space, or you can't see the grown-up, then you're in the wrong space, and it takes me back to a very funny story of a kid who rode in the other direction. I mean, he's very old at the moment. He's an adult now, but he rode in the other direction one day on the beach. And when he realized he was lost, he went to a Muslim family. And the first thing he said, because he was in panic, he says, I'm from Miss Sayed's class at Al-Falah College, and immediately those children or those parents were not from Al-Falah College, but they knew people from like the high school, and then there were like about 15 people calling me, and I was getting in the car ready to go and fetch my child, but it's safety in that regard. So these are life skill moments, if you think back to it as a teacher or as an adult, when was there a moment coincidentally that your child was put in that situation of a teachable moment, or when you were put in the position of a teachable moment? So,
no, exactly. When you think about it, we take for granted, the telephone number of your parents.
Yes.
Especially little ones, the ambulance, the police. I know they don't answer the phone and get to you, but people who can assist you for emergency. And, if you're listening right now and if you're a mom, a parent, or a bigger brother or a sister, how many of you have that, even on your fridge? Or what would your family do if there's a crisis, if there's a burglary or a fire, or someone falls ill and you need... It's stressful.
Yes, yeah.
So what do you take, the fight mode or the flight mode? And how do you react?
Yeah.
Lots of people...
And this is how, as adults, how do we know? Okay. I can tell you that, Sumaya, above and with all due respect to police or anything else. My first point is my CPF in your area.
No, 100%.
Oh, they are angels in human disguise that have been sent to really help the community. We've seen it of late, where people from nonprofits, you people are all from nonprofits here, where just the CPF, community policing forums have come together, have rallied together to ensure that we feel safe.
Exactly.
We feel empathy. We feel that we are part of a community.
Someone once said, in the last 15 years, a police station is not part of that community where they're based. And back in the day, that police station was part of that community and the bigger community. But now it's like they all are distant in isolation.
My police station sees me a lot when I need an affidavit. They just know I'm there to say, can you sign this to say Commissioner of Oath?
I'm moving to you. But when you think about it, the CPF, they are just ordinary people
helping out, and really Allah bless them.
Especially with all that was happening, and we were afraid of what was going to happen. The patrolling late in the night, early hours of the morning, making that sacrifice, still going to work.
Yeah,
so all of that. Learning since we're talking about that, let's look at learning through current events. Children hear conversations about immigration, protest, and things happening around the country. Should we shield them from these conversations? Especially that I know you love going to a mall, and I also love going to that mall. And you're driving through where all the immigrants are seated there in their thousands. It can be overwhelming. Should we just drive through and don't even bother explaining, or should we take the time to tell them the truth, or should we flower it? Which one?
So I feel that children hear far more than we realize. They listen to us chatting. They overhear conversations. They listen to things on the radio. So rather than allowing social media, which we all know that they are browsing through, if it's not from their parents' phones, they are well aware of, what's happening out there, or listening to playground gossip, because, we all know they're all chatting about something, to shaping their understanding. We should become the trusted voice for them. So we need to explain complicated politics to them. For example, why do families sometimes have to move? What does kindness look like? What can we do for it? The power of dua. Why is empathy important? Why do we have to feel for this, even though it might look like overwhelming to us? And how do we welcome people while still appreciating everything around us? This conversation becomes about humanity.
Exactly. Ray, we'll continue with this topic, learning through current events. We'll be taking a short ad break.
We'd love to meet you. Pay us a visit. Radio Al-Ansar.
Welcome to Simplex Radio. Visit our showroom for the full range of car audio. Our TV department carries top brands with quality LED panels, full HD to Ultra HD, and now the experience of Super Ultra HD. Visit our theater rooms and transform your home with brands like Onkyo, Integra, Denon, Boston Acoustics, Yamaha, and more for quality audio visual experience. Now available, full range of home appliances. A one-stop shopping experience. Call 031 306 4029 or Kenilworth Park, 202 Brickfield Road, Overport. Simplex Radio, the name you can trust.
At this time of trial and worry, the blessings of charity are the ideal means to avoid calamity and despair. The Al-Imdad Foundation gives you the opportunity to sponsor a share in a borehole in South Africa for just 1,000 Rand and provide what the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, called the best form of charity. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Take a deep breath and get ready.
The Simplex Radio Breakfast Rush Television Giveaway.
Shanaz, how many levels does the Eiffel Tower have? Is it 40 or 50?
50.
Is the correct answer.
If you want to be a winner, enter with us tomorrow.
That's the best idea. Hey, the best idea. I tell you what.
The Breakfast Rush.
Audio stream across the world on radioalansar.co.za.
أشرف الأعراب والعجم خير من يمشي على قدمه باسط المعروف جامعة صاحب الإحسان والكرم تاج رسل الله قاطبة صادق الأقوال والكلم خبيت بالنور طينته لم يزل نورا من القدم يا خير خلق الله 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 محمد
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to School Matters. In studio, we have REYHANA Sayed. Our topic this evening is life skills in real time, teaching children through everyday moments. Well, before we continue with our show, I got exciting news. I mentioned this earlier. Wacky Twins. This is a new restaurant or a takeout place, which is on 382 Randalls Road, next to Sparksford Pharmacy. That's the corner of Sparks and Randalls Road. They are giving 2 voucher giveaways on School Matters show. And they're also giving Wacky Twins voucher for 2 burgers, a wacky meal. That's also 3 vouchers, 3 pieces of fried chicken, regular chips and a roll. And how do you get these vouchers? Well, on the WhatsApp number, tell us anything about the school holiday, your experiences, how it's going, what you like about the holiday. REYHANA, you can give us the WhatsApp number where they can WhatsApp us on.
So it was so cleverly said that the WhatsApp number is actually the frequency of the Durban and then the PMB, station frequencies. So it's 060 904 1056. And I'll repeat that, 060 904 1056. And that's the WhatsApp number.
Okay. So if you want to win Wacky Twins vouchers, that's a Wacky Twins voucher, 2 chicken burgers, or a wacky meal, 3 vouchers. That's 3 pieces of fried chicken, regular chips, and a roll. These vouchers are complimentary and given to us by the new place, Wacky Twins. It's on 382 Randalls Road, next to Spark Sports Pharmacy. So WhatsApp us. Tell us about the holidays. What's happening? What you like? What's your experiencing right now? Anything. And if we like, you win.
Well, we're going to read out ones that come through. How's that?
Yes.
And then we'll see. We'll see
and
if
maybe
we're making good choices.
Maybe they can take us along with them because we are
nobody's going to share to a teacher.
Inshallah, no, somebody might. You know, we were talking about learning through current events. We were talking about children here, conversations about immigration protests and things happening around the country. Should we shield them from these conversations?
Definitely not. So I want to just close up with that very quickly, because we were saying that the conversation needs to become about humanity. And Alhamdulillah, there are so many important moments that are teachable moments, but are also moments that we grow our children's Muslim identity. And this is where I feel that when it comes to that immigration crisis that we are having, and, it's important to discuss with your children and make them aware that empathy is extremely important. I feel that we should not forget the struggles that we've had.
Yeah.
And where we come from. I remember our history shapes where we are today. And if we're going to forget that, and we say that about the plight for Palestine as well, that you can never say and call yourself a South African if you do not believe in where we came from to where we are now when it came to apartheid. And I just want to do that. I don't want to become so serious about it, because I know our next current issue one is going to be also relatable to current issues and how we're going to teach our kids from that perspective,
Exactly.
Yes.
There's so much of negativity out there. There's so much of cruelness. The world is not in a good place.
Yeah, and it's so important what you discuss with your spouse, with your parents, with everybody as adults. What do you discuss, and what ears are listening? It's like, what words do you use in your home, and are your children following through with those words? And derogatory words, derogatory terms, all of those things. Oh, come on, it just needs to end. This is a teacher talking now.
No, exactly. And this crops up almost if you are a teacher, especially in a government school or probably in any other school. If you never experienced something like this, then you're not a teacher. When a parent come to you and tell you that you are victimizing my child, and they give you reasons, or you don't like my child because they're not Muslim, they're not Indian, they're not the same race of a teacher. Okay. And you look at the parent or the caregiver like, oh my gosh, what are you saying? Because you as an educator, you see all the children the same.
Yeah.
And this, I think non-educators cannot understand.
And Sumaya, there will always be 3 sets of people, if I say, that will never ever want to be or will never be jealous of your success. And that will be your teachers. I mean, I can sit proudly and say, I taught you to read, and now you are so successful. Your parents, your grandparents, those are the people who will never ever want anything but the best for you.
Yeah.
And teachers, they might be, oh, that teacher's so mean and that teacher's so strict. But at the end of the day, they just want the best for you. They want you to succeed,
Yeah, and teaching is a calling, not everyone are born to be teachers, because you give your time, your money, your resources, you make sacrifice, your personal sacrifices, you go the extra mile. Like right now, I think the 100 days countdown for 2026 matric learners have started, where they are signing their pledges. Can you believe it? And now it's holidays while we're relaxing at home. I have lots of friends, even Veronica, who comes on the show, can't meet because they got the winter classes.
Yes.
And the winter classes is like normal school, maybe an hour or so shorter than a normal school day.
Yes.
And they're not getting paid. Educators are not getting paid
for those times.
So the sacrifices.
And what about the parents who have matriculants? I mean, they're writing matric as well.
It's stressful. It's very stressful.
It's extremely stressful.
Very stressful. Yes. Going to a topic which right now, before we could start the show, Rihanna said, wait, let me check my phone to see what's the score there. The FIFA World Cup. There's so many lessons can be learned. What lessons can children learn from the following sport?
So, first I want to say is that I'm supporting every African country. It's time for Africa. I'm going to just put it out there, So I'm just praying now, know what, this is it, okay? But I may put it quickly, 5 things that your child can learn while watching the World Cup.
Yeah.
None of them are about soccer. None of them are about soccer. Okay. So the first one is that everybody loves their home as much as we love ours. So when we think, we are supporters of South Africa, your kid goes all in for their reasons and for their teams. Then they see the other sides and their fans crying and cheering just as loudly as what they are. And that's the light bulb moment. Wait, they love their country as much as we love ours. So that's the first thing, patriotism. And we're going to talk about patriotism later on, okay?
While you're talking, we have gosh, how do we choose? We have so many WhatsApp messages. Yeah, let's read. Ray, can you read this one?
I can't see so far, but I can try.
Okay. Am I opening it?
I don't think so. Don't delete, Sumaya.
No, cancel. Okay. I think the mouse is a bit short. The Monday can probably...
Okay, so while we're still opening that, let's just go on to that big feelings aren't embarrassing. So if somebody says, but mommy, why is that big grown man crying? Because big grown adults cry when something matters this much. And kids learn it's okay from this, that to care about something with your whole heart and your whole chest, and even in public, just to feel this way. So big feelings, matter. Other things that they can learn from these sort of things are rooting for the little guy feels good. So like I said, I'm rooting for the African teams, I want the continent of Africa to come in some way. And a team that nobody picks makes it further than anyone. We saw it,
Exactly.
We're seeing it now that nobody picks that team.
Do you know, we're so lucky.
We're rooting for the underdog,
Guess what? We're so lucky.
Yes.
Because we're on holiday. We don't have to get up early in the morning. Well, we have messages coming through. This one says, Salams, it's Nafisa. For me, the school holidays is a time that's get to spend quality time with the kids and family. I also get to sneak in some time to rest and recover because it's when I take my leave as well. So I think this is coming from a mum. Wanli, can you open another message? I think you have a message from somebody else.
I think it's Fatima.
Okay. Yeah. You can just read her message.
Fatima says that she is loving the program, and she says that it is the perfect opportunity to teach life skills to her little ones. She also has a very cute sign because she's working at home that they have to put out the sign that says, "Don't disturb mommy." And then it's time, it's time for her to work. And then she separates her time from working time to it says work time to playtime.
Okay. While we're open to messages, there's a whole lot coming, but we did the first two. So Monday, I think on other shows, they'll also be giving vouchers. So if you want to still win vouchers, you can listen to all the other shows. So we have, her name is?
It says Fatima, but we'll get it from the number, I think.
Okay,
So we won't tell people's number out there.
Let's be be fair and square. So we'll give it to Fatima. She was one of the first
Nafisa
WhatsApp, and Nafisa. So both of them qualify for the vouchers. So we'll be leaving the contact details with
them. Okay, and then we'll just
So they will contact
I think
them.
It's the first time we've had a competition while we've been here. So
I would say, you can say that, but in School Matters originally started, Alhamdulillah, we used to have competitions, my initiatives all the time. And eventually I reached a point where I need to stop because sometimes 30 minutes of that show is just handing out gifts and stuff like that. But Alhamdulillah, we have a lot of kind supporters and people who want to sponsor.
Yes.
So Alhamdulillah.
Lovely.
Yeah. So this place is something new again.
Wackies. I love the name.
It's Wacky Twins. So there's the gifts are Wacky Twins voucher, 2 chicken burgers, a Wacky Meal 3 voucher, 3 pieces of fried chicken, regular chips, and a roll. This place is at 382 Randalls Road, next to Sparks Sports Pharmacy. So Fatima and Nafisa, you guys have won these vouchers. Yay! Alhamdulillah.
Lucky.
We'll be leaving your contact details with the tech. And those of you who are still messaging, don't give up. There's other shows which, according to our tech, that they will also be handing out vouchers. Yeah.
But if they're giving us lovely advices there, we're going to read them, hey? We're going to.
No, definitely,
if they're giving us some lovely advice.
Definitely.
So thank you for listening in. Just when we think nobody's listening in because they're all watching Egypt versus
Exactly. Mondi, how's that? Look at the
Argentina.
messages coming
Nobody's
through.
told me any scores as yet. I just want to Google it, you know.
Yeah, someone over there also could tell us the scores, what's going on.
Keep us up to date.
You're talking about emotions and adults. Yeah, so many grown people are getting so emotional. Last night's match.
So I want to say that if your child is watching the World Cup, and I'm referring to it as was the World Cup women's, cricket, soccer, there's so many World Cups or whatever. And we're just going to say, as in sport, most children are watching the ball. They're watching the fancy skills. If they've got their favorite people, they're watching the goals. Okay. But how about asking them, watch what they do when they haven't got the ball? So watch around you. I'm that person. I'm watching what's happening. Who's fallen down and waiting for somebody to notice him, Watch what they do before they get the ball. Watch what they do after they've had the ball. Watch how they create the space and share it as a team and communicate with each other.
Yeah.
And how they react when they've lost, a penalty or anything of that sort. And then, of course, here's something to think about. A player only has the ball for around 2 minutes during a 90-minute game. So what are they doing for the other
Running
88
around and being
minutes?
fit.
They're moving, they're scanning, they're creating the space, they're supporting their teammates, they're defending, they're communicating, and they're making big decisions.
And you have to be so fit when you think about it. You're in such a big stadium.
Yes.
With thousands around you. And I like what you said. Not everyone gets that ball.
So challenge them to watch the players instead of just that ball and see
scored.
how much that our children can learn.
With all that's going on, raising proudly South African children, what does patriotism looks like for children?
So, Sumaya, I'm extremely passionate about patriotism. I believe that it starts with explaining to children why we have the public holidays we have. Why do we have Freedom Day? Freedom Day, we speak about democratic elections, all of that. Okay. Freedom Day was the first time the new South African flag was adopted. Do you know that was actually a competition in the newspaper back in the day when we never had WhatsApps and things like that, And you could design the new South African flag.
And you said the best will get chosen.
And the best was chosen. The child that actually was South African, but he lived overseas. He lived in London, if my memory serves you correctly. Why do we have things like Women's Day? We have Women's Day coming up. Youth Day. It's so important to be patriotic to your country by letting children understand what the struggles were. We spoke about it earlier, how people had the right to protest, but obviously protesting at a responsible level, because we all have that right to air our views. So it's about loving your country, respecting the diversity, helping your neighbor, keeping your community clean, supporting your local businesses, and celebrating our difference in cultures, speaking positively about South Africa while also working to improve it. So children develop that patriotism by watching adults and what they do. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's so important to be a proud South African. And if you are living in South Africa is yours.
Yes.
So whether you're from India or whether you're from Europe, but you're born and bred, you're a South African.
Yeah.
Nature is the best teacher. You're often outdoors. What can children learn from nature?
Oh, I am outdoors every single day. I am so, so proud to say that after Fajr, I'm out. I'm out and about, ready to take my walk. And this is where I've observed so much when it comes to little kids. The most important person is that one sitting in the pram. Oh, they have the snacks at hand and they are observing from, I watch them. Mommy's running or daddy's running with that pram. They are cool cats in that pram. Then there's the little ones who are togged up as their parents are togged up, in those shell jackets or whatever they call them, soft shell, hard shell, or whatever it is, those jackets. And it's such a perfect moment. We are blessed with the beach. It's so nice. If you have yet to take a walk after Fajr at the beach.
You do it every morning. I see your lovely pictures.
During the holidays. I push to do it. It's a shift in my wellness and my journey to being healthier. And I started off last year, November, and I've been studious at it. I deserve a star.
More than a star. I think a gold medal.
And but it's such a beautiful moment because I have observed what I would love to teach. I did it in lockdown where when we went online, I had people sharing their sunrises with me. And every day online, I would give the kids the video, that short video, this is what the sunrise looks like, because they never went out. They were just online at school, And I do it every day. And that's the perfect way of children learn to ask the questions, the waves, the tides. Like I said earlier, please pray that the dolphins come out. Every day I'm making dua. Come out for me. Don't be shy.
If they're the sardines are coming, right?
Yes.
Curiosity is more important than having all the answers. How do we include and nurture curiosity into our parenting?
So parents often feel pressure to know everything.
Yeah.
That's a fact. We are teachers, we have to know everything, But instead, encourage your children to say, or you to say, I encourage adults, grown-ups to say, let's find out together. I don't know it. So instead of just making up a story, let's find this out together. Or the best one is if you don't know the answer, then you say, that's a great question. And then it gives you a little bit of, I'll chat to you about that. Or what do you think? This is creating the curiosity so that you don't know as a grown-up, I know it all, you know what? And I'm just going to tell you what you need to hear.
I feel it's so honest and so pure. I wouldn't say telling a child that we're learning. We are also still learning and we're going to find out that answer, or let's Google something, or let's ask someone to find out things, because we don't know everything.
We don't know everything. You know what I really envy is being a toddler. And then when you ask a toddler something, then what do they straight out say? No. Oh, don't we want to be those people again? Those toddlers.
No responsibilities. No responsibilities.
No inhibitions. No. Straight out no. You know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. The terrible twos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Life skills every parent can teach. So if you could choose just a few life skills to focus on this holiday, what would they be?
So this is the awkward one that I was talking about in the beginning, okay? I'm going to call it social ethic rules that we need to teach our children, full stop, The first one is never comment on what someone else is eating. So we all have our fussy eaters. We all have. The worst is like if children say, "Oh, ew, oh, yuck,"
Especially when they're out visiting or in a public place.
Because food is personal. So zip it when it comes to that.
I love that one. that one.
Yeah, you know what? The second one is don't stare at someone who looks different than you. Curiosity is okay, but staring is silent bullying. And our children are not aware of the diversities. There's a beautiful book called Wonder about this child who had so many operations and people would stare at him, in the malls, in everywhere, that his mom kept him at home. It's an amazing book, and how when he decided to go into mainstream school, his teacher changed the habits of children. It's all about kindness, begins with you. The other thing is that when you're in a group of people or something like that, it's not always about you. And we have to teach our children that no sulking because now you're not getting a chance, because your chance will come. And you want to be the loudest in the room. It's not always about that. The whisper rule, that's the next one. if you can't say it in front of everyone, then don't say it right next to them, like whispering. You know, children
I
have
always
that habit.
find that so rude.
It's so
but
rude.
You're talking about children.
Yes.
Adults even have that.
Yes, it's so rude. It's such a bad, if we can change that about our children, about ourselves, is that don't whisper in front of company. It's like you're making the person feel uncomfortable. My fifth one is notice who doesn't have a seat. So, be observant, be the children who says in a game, in a group, be the kid who makes room. And that is real leadership. That's growing a leader. And then there's the one that says, know the difference between laughing with others and laughing at others. One builds friendship, the other one breaks hearts. So what we might find funny is not what necessarily the next person might find funny. And again, I know you're going to say, this is more for adults, isn't it?
No, but since you're mentioning that, like right now we're taking our children to entertainment places,
Yes.
we're going out. And even for parents who are listening right now, we meet children who are Down syndrome,
Yes.
autistic.
Yeah.
They might have a disability, a deformity. Teach them to be kind and polite.
Yes.
And you as a parent, don't tell your child, move away, don't play, don't talk. You can smile and walk away.
Yes.
And that's so important.
Yeah. And my last one is that when we win, then we have to win loudly. But when we lose, it has to be gracefully, because both matter equally.
Exactly.
And how you react is more than the score at the end of the day.
Your closing remarks?
My closing remarks, I have so much to say, Sumaya. Now you're saying, I think that I'm just going to say that because children may forget the activity that we planned, or perhaps they simply need us for our time, our conversations, our values, and our examples. What we need to remember ultimately is how we made our children feel, how we make our children feel, the values that we have instilled to help them grow, and that life is happening around us. It's all around us. Let's not miss the opportunity to turn everyday moments into lifelong lessons.
Alhamdulillah, that's why you're so good at storytelling. As we come to the end of tonight's program, we're reminded that life's greatest lessons often happen in life's simplest moments. So every conversation, every challenge, and every shared experience is an opportunity to shape a child's character and prepare them for the future. And a sincere jazakallah to our very special guest, REYHANA Said. If she doesn't come on School Matters during the holiday and give us advice, then it's not a school holiday.
Don't lie, Sumaya. You call me during the school days
holiday.
as well, eh?
No, but you're too busy then.
I can't say no to you. You see, I'm a pushover. I want to be that toddler that says no, but I can't because you are dear. You have your goals for this is amazing. You've been doing this so beautifully for so many years, educating, inspiring. I like to say informing.
Informing, yes, informing.
I like to say
and you
we're
are
not
the same.
influencers, we're informants.
Exactly. And you know what? Something totally off the cuff. Ray does no filters, people. So if you go into Creative Classroom or Concepts or
I look like my profile picture.
Exactly. And we were just talking earlier on, people look totally different. I think somebody got lost and they couldn't find the person because the picture they gave wasn't really the person. I think you probably read about that.
I did. And the funniest one of all is that we say, if a kidnapper, kidnaps you and they say, give me your bank account because I know all your pins, I'm going to say, yes, please. If you know my password, please give it to me. Yes, please.
That's so true. Well, a sincere jazakallah to REYHANA Said for sharing such valuable insights and practical advice. To all our parents, teachers, and caregivers listening right now, remember that you don't need extraordinary opportunities to teach life skills. Patience and positive role modeling every day can have a lifelong impact. So thank you for joining us on School Matters. I'm Sumaya Khan, wishing you and your family a blessed evening and a happy holidays. From me and Ray, Assalamu alaikum.
Subhanallah, walhamdulillah.